The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Pistons. Here's Kobe. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Chicago with the ball. Holmgren with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Here's Doncic. Lets it go from deep. And no good that time. To the paint. And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Pass to Vucevic. Doncic left side. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Jones looking for an opening. Doncic with the steal. Vucevic with it. He's covered by Ayton. And it's Vucevic missing.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And, Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
A dunk by Achua.
It's just great awareness for where the ball is coming off. Achua pursues the board. Nicely done.
LeBron outside. It's Jones on the wing. Shoots over Doncic. And again, Chicago. No good. From deep. LeBron with some nice D.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now Thompson. After LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Thompson. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Sinks the three-pointer.
A nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
Jones with it. Shoots the three. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Good on the three-point shot. Holmgren's got 5.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Ayton. From about 16. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Boy, what a feel Luka Doncic brings to the game. This guy always willing to get his teammates involved.
And here's LeBron outside. Another three for Chicago.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Down low. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Thompson. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Ware. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's Chicago with their lead standing.
15. The Celtics. 9.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport. The Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Both good from the line that time. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Here's Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And the basket by Bailey.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Williams. Has it. Oh!
My goodness. How about the finish from Luka Doncic? My goodness. Go ahead with the hammer.
Pass to Ware. And here is Markkanen. Here's Ware. Now Joe. Guarded by Kobe. Picked by Markkanen. It's stolen by Bryant. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. From the arc. From range. Kobe drills it.
3.
And showing the range there. Bryant is confident pulling from deep.
Here's Bailey. He has 5. Three-pointer. Markkanen hands it from downtown. Markkanen's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Yeah, good job to take it right at it.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin. If I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
Here's Vucevic. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, once a non-existent part of his game, right? Vucevic now is a threat from 3. You have to honor that shot.
Here's Bailey. That one, no good. Nice D from Doncic. Boston trailing. Outside Williams. But three. He can't get it to go. It's tipped. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Doncic outside. 1:30 left in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. A miss that time would have put him up.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Okoro. Nothing on the board. Markkanen can't get it to go. Now, Sasser. 56 seconds left now here in the second. And it's Shepard missing. Chicago leading. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Here's Bailey. 7 points in the game. And again, no good by Chicago.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
It's Sasser, top of the key. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bulls. Here's Sasser. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3 points.
Sasser's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Bailey. Outside, Markkanen. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's the Celtics ball, trailing by 2. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The offensive rebound, and Ayton throws it down.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Bryant. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Thank you. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. No good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by 3. LeBron outside. Jones from outside. Good on the triple.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they've talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Pass to Holmgren. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And the rejection by Leonard.
And those long arms and huge hands, Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots.
Here we go, James heading to the hoop. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
To the inside. Wow, hammering it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Tipped away. Pass to Holmgren. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. To the middle. Here's Sobers. Good D by Holmgren.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's Ware. This one for three. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Ware's got 5 points in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Celtics hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And he makes the first.
Kobe Bryant, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but to be just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Celtics trail by 10. There's the pick. Inside. Here's Shepard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Jones. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Now, here's Vucevic. 5 points in the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
The Bulls leading by 11. Outside, Jones. Tries again. Murray Boyles with the bucket.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Over in the corner, Shepard. Back to Doncic. Lets a floater go. 1 second left. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
The Celtics, 37.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Here's Chicago. It's Joe on the wing. No good on the triple. Celtics trailed by 11. Outside, Kobe. From the stripe. And the rejection by Ayton. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Celtics ball.
And Boston has possession. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
What I love about Luka Doncic is how much fun he has playing the game. Shots like that, the flair just demonstrated.
Three-pointer, Markkanen. Thompson with the rebound. The three for Doncic. Chicago grabs the miss.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Back to Joe. Banked in off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Thompson up top. And the shot goes in.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Here's Bailey. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Rebounded by Vucevic.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic is making these decisions. He's got the green light to shoot it on the catch.
And he commits the intentional foul. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Shot clock at 6. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Here's Kobe. Kobe finishing the break.
And he anticipated the play, and Kobe finished it on the other end.
Kicks it out to Jones. It's stolen by Bryant. Pass to Bay.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Bryant. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Bulls leading by 8. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second. Fourth personal foul. 14th foul.
Chicago with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the middle. Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here comes Kobe all alone. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Bailey. Pass to Jones. Over Doncic. And again, no good by Chicago.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
The second chance effort. It's deflected. Jones with it. Picked up by Thompson. Doncic with the steal. Now Vucevic. Outside, Kobe. Doncic outside. There's a screen by Bryant. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Left side, Jones. It's stolen by Vucevic.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
All the officials are all over that.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Where the tip in on the offensive rebound. Austin with the ball. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.